Say Green effect is real. Is killing it right now with the Chicago Bulls. Javonte Green and Ayo Dosunmu have really powered the Chicago Bulls to have a 16-point lead right now. It's crazy. It's really crazy how much differently. And this is why I know I talk about it a lot, and I know I drill the point home. Is that movement without the ball creates so much more. And I know Javonte Green brings more than just movement. I don't want to make it seem like it's just moving without the ball. It's also the energy that he plays with. But do you see the open lanes that are created to get to the bucket? How Javonte Green is getting there because he moves without the ball. This is why the Chicago Bulls and the lack of ball movement by the team is something I talk about a whole hell of a lot, because without movement without the ball, everything becomes more difficult. Javonte Green is feasting right now because of the way that he moves with intention, even when he does not have the ball in his hands, which he doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of. Ayo Dosunmu and Javonte Green lead the team right now in points, both at 17. Ayo Dosunmu 7 of 10 from the field. Javonte Green 7 of 8 from the field. Just to go over this again, I talk about the impact of Javonte Green. The Bulls with Javonte Green on the court have a plus minus of plus 13, a net rating of 40, a defensive rating of 93, and they're playing with the pace of 99.8 in his 15 minutes off. That's just, it's crazy. A true shooting percentage of 72% the team has with Javonte Green on the court. That's because of the easy buckets that he's been getting. It's so night and day, and this is why the Chicago Bulls, when I say, for people who watch me every single day, that I've been saying that this Bulls team likes to play faster. They're getting deflections, they're getting out in transition, and they're finishing around the rim. This is a team that if the front office doesn't look at anything else this offseason, you have to find a way to build a team that likes to play with a quicker pace, because it just works. DeMar DeRozan, only 5 shots so far in this game, 2 for 5 for 5.7 assists, because, again, he doesn't like to move fast, or he doesn't like to move without the ball, but you put him in fast break scenarios as the initial ball handler, he's going to get you assists. Kobe White's 1 for 4, only 4 shots from Kobe. He has 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 12 points, but he's plus 14 in his minutes out there. Alex Caruso's 2 for 3 with 5 points. Nikola Vucevic is 5 for 11 with 11.7 rebounds, but it's really coming down to Ayo Dosunmu, Javonte Green, and Alex Caruso as well, with his defense also in this game, that are just pushing the Bulls to be where they are right now. This is a different team, and that's the importance of moving without the ball. I know I talk a lot of really, basketball concepts, that sometimes people just want to enjoy the game of basketball, but to bring this in to kind of into rhythm, right? I'm not talking about run and gun. The Bulls only have 6 points on the fast break. But playing with a quicker pace is what I mean, getting the ball up the court, attacking the defense before they have a chance to set up. Moving without the ball. These are things that help the Chicago Bulls to that. They're also out rebounding that team 27-20 in those minutes. The Bulls have 12 points off turnovers, which is really important for the Chicago Bulls as well in this game. They have 17 assists on 24 made baskets. They are moving the ball around, moving without the ball. It's so important. They are beating this New York Knicks team's ass right now. Now, Tom Thibodeau is going to adjust some things. Josh Hart is out the game as well. He got ejected after accidentally. I don't think he should have been ejected for what he did. I truly don't think it was malicious. You guys know I hate the New York Knicks as a franchise. I like a lot of their players, though. But I got to even say, I don't think that was – I didn't feel any maliciousness from Josh Hart. I know his foot made contact with somebody's head, so you kind of got to do something in the case like that. It should have been a technical to me. I don't think he should have got ejected out the game, but it is what it is when it comes down to that one. But the way this Bulls team is playing right now, man, they're winning almost all the gritty stats. 34 points in the paint to 22. Right, that's a big margin for the Chicago Bulls as well. 21 points off the bench, 17 of those coming from Javonte Green. All important minutes, important contributions. And hey, the Bulls keep playing like this in the second half, they're going to be able to pull out a win in this one. And so that's what energy gets you. That's what moving without the ball gets you. That's what defense gets you. And the Chicago Bulls team is doing a really good job, at least so far in the first half of this game. Let's hope that they continue it. We got Anthony in the building, says, I like how we're playing. Great job, Bulls. Keep it up in the third quarter. Hey, We know the Bulls are susceptible to giving up big leagues, so they got to hold on to that lead, man. Come and fly with me, Javonte Green. Hey, I feel you on that one. Javonte Green, yes, this is what we've been missing. What I've been missing, yeah, it's the energy, man. It's the energy, and it's the moving with intent. It makes a whole hell of a lot of difference for the Chicago Bulls team. Emmanuel says Javonte Green. I know a lot of people are loving Javonte right now. Javonte is playing better than ever. Huge improvement to our team and culture. Well, here's the thing as well. I know Javonte's been playing down at the G League this season, but Javonte Green's fresh. Don't overlook how important that is either, right? Is that a player that is an energy player that plays with momentum. For the most part, he's only played a fraction of the minutes, for example, that he even played last year for the Chicago Bulls at this time, even with his injury. So Javonte Green has the potential to be coming into playing in things with fresh legs at a time in the season where a lot of players have played a lot of minutes. Javonte and Ayo on crack tonight. Also, I wonder why Kobe ran in the tunnel after the turnover was called. Yeah, I don't know, but he's back out there on the bench, which is the important thing. Let's hope that doesn't stop, right? Shay in the building says, "Hey, I missed the pregame, so I was out to eat. Can I have some good? I had some good calamari. You had some calamari is fire. I love calamari. So DJ Reese B in the building says the outlet pass by Io looked like he been studying film to improve. Listen, Io's grown as a passer too. We saw it when Kobe was out and Io was basically starting at point guard. Io's, I think, as well as grown as a passer, but we just haven't seen it a lot because he's been playing off ball so much this season. But it seems like Io's made a step in that area as well for sure. Yeah, I agree that we need cut to the basket. Yeah, just move without the ball. Move without the ball. Bring Green back next season, pay the man, bro. I don't even see that's the thing. I don't think you have to pay him a whole hell of a lot. Javonte Green is probably going to sign for the veteran minimum. So, JK, are you worried about Kobe's shooting slump? Yes and no. Generally, am I worried about it? No. I think he goes through slumps. Now, I am as we head towards the end of the season. I'm worried if he's going to have time to work himself out of it. Right. I had at one point just really kind of assume that Kobe White was going to work himself out of the slump because that's typically what he's done. But you have 5 games left after this one. Let's hope he can get himself out of the slump sooner rather than later. This has to be by design. Get him at the end of the season. Keep him fresh. Smart move. Okay, no, because it wasn't in the Bulls' control. He was signed to the Golden State Warriors, and honestly, the Golden State Warriors, with the injuries that they've had, could have used his energy. So I don't think that it was any type of master plan by the Bulls. Hey, Daniel Barry, I got a bone to pick with you. Don't come in this pregame show and wait till CHGO goes live because they only go live 20 minutes before the game, and then you hop over there. Show some loyalty, my guy. Show some loyalty, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. I'm just fucking with you, bro. You got to do what you got to do, man. I appreciate the support, man. Is it safe to say that Batum and Carter isn't see the floor for the rest? Yes, I said that in today's daily episode as well. I said it in the emergency episode when Javonte Green was signed. I do think that Javonte being here, being somebody that Billy Donovan trusts, playing with the energy that he's playing with, and also playing well, I think that I don't think we're going to see a whole hell of a lot of Javon Carter, which I'm not too mad at. But Ernolat Batum is going to really have to work himself this offseason to really get back in that rotation for sure. Haize, I hate the New York Knicks with a passion. You and me both, brother. I hate the Knicks. Hate the Knicks. So Green should be the starting power forward moving forward. See, stop trying to put everybody in the starting lineup when they play well. You need production off the bench. And if Javonte is going to keep being able to produce like this coming off the bench, you kind of need that, right? He can come in, he can change the pace, he can attack either the starters when they're still out there after they played some minutes or against bench players. I don't think you necessarily need to start him. And now I'm not saying that you can't either. This is Billy Donovan, but I think if you've unlocked something that's working with that starting lineup, why change it? If it's working, he keeps playing well off the bench, keep playing him off the bench. That's my opinion. Why change something that's working the way that it is? I with the step back 3, first time seeing that, and the woo effect is real. Hey, it's crazy. I mean, since the Bulls play good against good teams, do they make the playoffs? That's funny. That is funny. Happy Green is back. I'm going to miss Terry Taylor, but Green can actually give us good minutes. Yeah, I don't understand missing Terry Taylor. He barely played for us, but I mean, I can't tell you how to feel. You have to understand something when you are down in the G League and you feel like you're lost your position in the NBA. You'll do anything to keep Javonte Green as him. Well, no, Javonte was rehabbing an injury. It was like I don't know if everybody kind of realizes that this isn't Javonte. Javonte wasn't exercised because people didn't believe in him. He was dealing. He had the same initial injury that Lonzo Ball had. He just didn't develop the bone bruise. So it's a serious injury to rehab from. And so I think people kind of misunderstood Stan what was going on with Javonte. It wasn't just that people didn't believe in him. It wasn't just that people didn't want him around. It was that he had a very serious injury that it takes a long recovery time for. Imagine Lonzo Ball was healthy and play. Listen, I'm over the Lonzo thing. Like Lonzo got to come back and shoot and prove it. I think Kobe had to take a piss when he ran into the tunnel. Probably called Billy to take a timeout. You never think about stuff like that, right? Like we can think of these basketball players are robots, but hey, you think the Bulls go get no. Don't ask me no questions about no fucking funky ass Bronny James. No, go get Bronny to get Bron. That's stupid. No, I'm not calling you stupid, Sam. You're not at all. Like I get why you're asking the question because it's legitimately something that's out there. I'm calling Bronny and LeBron James stupid. That's what I'm calling stupid. What's going on, Ringside Perspective? Glad to have you in the building. I bet Stephen A. Smith cussing us out right now. Haize, I don't give a fuck about that. Never mind. I don't care. Damn, but Tim gonna just sit there rooting on the bench because Billy got one of his toys back. What are we doing, bro? Continuity, bro. Continuity. I really wouldn't mind if we signed Javonte and Wave traded Javon Carter. He doesn't impact the team in any way like Green does. The problem is that Javonte Green has a guaranteed contract and he also has a guaranteed year next year. So you can't really waive that unless you're going to eat all that money. And we just know that that's not what's going to happen. So that hoodie is fire, but I can never eat with it on. Y'all grown people, you can't eat with white on. Like what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? If only there was a way we could have gotten rid of Carter instead of Terry Taylor. Why? I mean, like Terry Taylor wasn't giving us anything either. Haize, I'm not giving them credit just yet because the Knicks are coming off a back-to-back. Javonte's off-ball cuts are massive. It's so clear the other guys don't make any backdoor cuts. It's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to give them credit, but acknowledge what they're doing. Let's not act like the Bulls haven't lost their team on a second of a back-to-back before, right? So, thank you for the super chat, little Teachy. We appreciate you for supporting the channel, my brother. Hey, Haize, I hope the Bulls win. Be a great memorial for my brother who was killed last night heading to work. Well, bro, that's crazy. Thank you for the support and prayers up to you and your family, bro. I couldn't imagine. For those that don't know, he was my cousin technically, but he's like my little brother. He was murdered. Almost 7 years ago at this point now. Has it been that long? That's crazy. So I know your pain, man, and that's not to measure my pain with yours, but that's just to let you know that you got people here that rock with you, bro. And us at Chicago Bulls Central, if you need to reach out, you need to talk, you need to vent, don't be afraid to reach out, bro. We prayers up to you and your family, bro, for sure, man. Terry Taylor did play good for the minutes he was getting, better than JC. I won't say that. He played better in that one game, but overall, no. Terry Taylor wasn't playing good at all in the minutes he got all throughout the season. So it's scientifically proven that white clothes attract spaghetti 200% more. That's crazy. Loved your 15 to 20-minute rant last video. You should put a time limit like when reading certain comments or rants, though, the progress to make it go faster reading other comments, but you were preaching. I'm not going to put a timer on it because everything I do is organic, right? I'm not going to do timers. I'm not going to do anything like that because when it comes down to it, everything about this show has been organic. It's been genuine. And I didn't set out to do a 20-minute rant. I didn't even realize it was 20 minutes until at the end of it. Like that's crazy that I ran it for 20 minutes. Like that. I appreciate you guys for sticking through it with me as well, man. For the last time, Bulls fans, the last effing thing the Bulls need is to draft another guard. We need size and rim protection. Give it an offseason. Ion Kobe probably get better at shooting. We'll see. But all right, guys, we'll be back at post game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go get this dub. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red, y'all. Peace.